Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Adeshwa and today I'll be reading the book called, drumroll please, Treehouse Tales, Too Silly to be Told Until Now. We've read the first two, which was The Magic Wand, The Day We Put Chairs Up Our Noses, and the one we shall be reading today is The Big Jumping Contest. So, this is the front of it. Is the side here. The big jumping contest. Hey Andy, said Jill. I bet I can jump higher than you. I bet you can't, I said. I bet I can, said Jill. Let's have a jumping contest and I'll prove it. Any time, I said. Right now if you want. Can I be in it too, said Terry. So sure, said Jill. But you're not going to win because I can definitely jump higher than both of you. And I bet I can jump higher than both of you, said Terry. And I can jump higher than both of you and me. I said, you can jump higher than yourself, said Jill. How is that even possible? You see, I said. Let's the big jumping contest begin. Ready, set, go! As on the first jump, I jumped higher than Jill and Terry. On the second jump, Jill jumped higher than Terry and me. And on the third jump, we all jumped as high as each other. But when Jill and I landed, Terry was nowhere to be seen. He must have run away to hide when he realized we could jump so much higher than him, I said. I don't think so, said Jill. Look up there. I looked up, and there, far above us in the sky, was Terry. He jumped so high, he was as high as the clouds. Come back, Terry, I shouted. You win! But Terry was too far away to hear us. And when he kept going higher and higher and higher, uh-oh, I said. If he doesn't stop, he will end up in outer space. We had to get him back. But how, said Jill. We'll never be able to reach him. Because neither of us can jump that high. I've got an idea, I said, handing Jill a pair of jet-powered jumping boots. Put these on. I invented them in our secret underground laboratory last week. Luckily, I made 2 pairs. Jill and I put on the jumping boots and we jumped as high as we could, as high as we almost reached the clouds, which was quite high, but nowhere near enough. We need to get higher, I said as we landed back in the treehouse. Surprisingly soft, thanks to the reverse thrust feature I built into the jumping boots. I've got an idea, said Jill. Let's eat some jumping bean. I've got some right here. We ate 3 jumping bean, which in case you didn't know, is a lot of jumping beans, and jumped again. This time, helped by the jet-powered jumping boots and the jumping beans, we jumped right through the clouds. We jumped right high, but it still wasn't high enough. We landed back down in the forest this time. What are we gonna do? I said. Terry's still up there and we're still down here. Suddenly, everything went dark and slimy and smelly. It was the frog mantis had landed on me and swallowed my head. And for a good reason. Because that's exactly what just happened. That was the frog mantis? And that's Andy. Sorry about that, said Jill as she pulled the frog mantis off me. I've told it not to jump out of trees, and it attached itself to people's hair, but it's very stubborn. That's okay, I said, wiping away the slime. Frog mantis will be frog mantis, I guess. Perhaps that's a good thing. Maybe it could help us rescue Terry. It's pretty good at jumping, isn't it? Yes, said Jill. But I don't think you can jump as high as Terry. Maybe not on its own, I said. But what if we put a jet-powered jumping boot on each of its feet? It's worth a try, said Jill, and feed it a jumping bean as well. So that's what we did. When the frog mantis was all jumping booted and jumped Beanup. We climbed up onto its back. Ready, said Jill. Yes, I said. Okay, said Jill. She tugged gently on the frog mantis' ears and shouted, jump! The frog mantis jumped and we went up and up. We went up as high as the clouds and then kept going on. We went up higher than the top of the clouds and we went higher than the troposphere and higher than the stratosphere until we were right on the edge of space. We're almost as high as Terry, and then we went even higher. But just as I thought we were about to go into outer space, the frog mantis flipped over and started flying down back towards Terry. And it opened its mouth and swallowed Terry's head. Then we began falling back into Earth. Down and down and down we fell. Back down through stratospheric space and down through stratospheric space and down through the clouds, and then we landed in the treehouse. Jill and I climbed off the frog mantis back, and Jill used a stick to prise its mouth open so that we could pull Terry's head out. I told you we could jump the highest, said Terry, wiping a handful stick of slimy stuff from his face. I won! No, you didn't, I said. The frog mantis jumped higher than you, so the frog mantis won. Actually, said Jill, Andy and I were sitting on the frog mantis' back, so technically we went even higher than the frog mantis. That means we won. But it wasn't sitting on the frog mantis' back competition, said Terry, and the frog mantis wasn't even in the competition anyway. But it was supposed to be a job contest between me, you, and Andy, so I won. I think we all won, I said. You, Jill, me, and the frog mantis. But it's not fair, shouted Terry. It is fair, I shouted back. It's not. It is. I can shout more louder than you, shouted Terry. No, I can shout back. I can shout louder than you. I can shout louder than both of you, shouted Jill. Hey, I know. Let's have a big shouting contest. Great idea, I shouted. Let the big shouting contest begin. Ready, steady, go. The end. And these cute little penguins in which apply at the end of every single chapter. One of them said, let's have a fish eating contest. I can eat more fish than you. I bet I win. That's very good. Time for the review. That was something I've actually thought about. Like, who can jump the highest? So that was quite interesting. And it was, to me, it's kind of like, if you're looking for a funny book, a silly book, read that. If you're looking for a book that's more like serious and not really funny but horror, no. If you're looking for a funny book, this book is for you. And I personally liked it, so I'll give that a 4.5. And that's my rating. Tell me what your rating was down in the comments below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, like the video, share the video to people who you think will want to watch it. Thank you. Bye. See you next time. And the book which I'll be reading next time is the Super Duper Sucker Upper. Bye.